Hey everybody, welcome to this new video of Solaris playing Rimworld vs Zombieland. So, in the previous video, I was asking your honest feedback and in trying to understand what we could do regarding the series because Ron disappeared. Apparently, it's a bug in the game. I didn't find a way to make it come back. So, I asked your honest opinion. Say, okay, how are we gonna deal about this? Are we gonna try to continue the playthrough without him and respecting the same schedule with the zombies, or are we gonna give us an extra time, like an extra year, before calling upon the special zombies? Now, I may have not left a lot of time to give a comment. I didn't see a lot of people commenting in the video. So I'm going to make a call on this. And what I decided is to actually continue to play the playthrough with the normal schedule. So next year, we're going to have the zombies coming. The special zombies will come at 1% each special zombies. And we're going to increase everything as we were planning to do, regardless if Ron is there or not. Okay, so I decided to do that. We're going to continue to do the playthrough like this. I like the challenge. I think that would be interesting. That being said, I think we're going to have to reconsider a few things before continuing. All right. So the first things that we need to think of is, okay, there's going to be one less person there. So what are we going to do about it? Because it's going to be less manpower, less production time, less defensive capabilities, and also it's the person that was training the animals, right? So we're going to need to find a way to compensate that. And he was also the person taking care of the crops, right? Which is very important for food and also for the heat roof, which is critical for doing the vaccines, right? So that's one aspect. The other aspect as well is going to be less defensive capabilities because Ron was a pretty good shooter, right, with the bow. And yeah, it's one less person that can defend the colony. So what I decided is to actually try to see if we can close ourselves, okay? So what do I mean by that? So if we go at the top, we know that this portion there is a real weakness, a real weakness in the base, all right? First thing, this portion as well. Even this portion is kind of risky, very risky for us. So what we're going to try to do is to actually try to close this off, maybe mine this because titanium could be very good for us. So we're gonna mine this and then we're gonna close it completely. We're gonna put like multiple layers of wall here before the beginning of the next year. The aim is this, is technically the zombies will not be able to know that we are here unless they can see us or perceive us. And we know that embrasures are pretty good to kill zombies, at least normal zombies, but for the special zombies that can suicide themselves and explode, or the tank operated zombies, etc., they're gonna be very difficult. This wall is not gonna be there for long, and I don't necessarily want to put turrets there because in the last playthrough we noticed that turrets can kill zombies quite effectively, but they're gonna consume a lot of steel in the process, and we need that steel to advance the components, potentially construct robots, doing artillery and things like that. So we don't want to be wasting our steel in ammunition, right? So that's another very important part. So we would like, my plan here is like, if we wall ourselves completely, the zombies will not be able to sense us, and then they are not supposed to come attack us. At least that's the theory. Now you're gonna say, well, Sean, if you wall yourself, then you're not gonna be able to go outside where there's a lot of resources, and that's true. That's gonna be a trade-off, right? But what I'm betting on is like we have some space where we can raise crops. We could potentially as well extend our base inside the mountain, which is kind of significantly big. We can do it around here instead of there to not expose ourselves unnecessarily. And I think that will work out. Now, if we need to exit the base, I think what we can potentially use is the SRS. I think it's called is the vehicles, the flying vehicles. So we have this mod in our playthrough that allows to construct aircrafts that will enable us to travel through the planet. It's not necessarily spaceships, but it's just aircrafts, and that will enable us to deliver serums to our towns, but also to maybe go outside our town and potentially, mine and bring materials inside, etc., right? So that would be cool, right? Another thing as well is like technically we have access to orbital trading. So we didn't have any luck with orbital trades yet, but technically we would be able to trade with orbital ships. And if we are lucky, we can potentially acquire gold, plasteel, and things like that. I don't think we're gonna starve because, as I said, we can actually, we have a fair amount of ground that we can, grow crops. So I think we should be fine, and that's gonna give us time to do the necessary research to be able to defend the base, but also to create those aircrafts, and after begin to fight the zombies, on the planet. So that's the only way that I can see that we can actually meet the objective to defeat the zombies and to create enough serums. Now, it's true that with that strategy, we're gonna have access to a very limited amount of cropping area. But if we have the possibility to research the necessary technologies that enable us to have better armors, better weaponries, and things like that, and having the aircraft, we could potentially go out of the base using the aircraft to land somewhere here that is not that close, and then begin to clean up the zombies, and have the serums that way, etc., etc. So we just need to think a little bit outside the box, even if we're gonna put ourselves inside, quote unquote, a box. But I think it's the only way that we can survive. All right, it's the only way that we have a chance to make it. So we're gonna do that right now. Also, regarding the animals, I think we're gonna slaughter a few because Ron is not there anymore. I think we're gonna keep our huskies, because then we can potentially sell them, especially the puppies and things like that. We can potentially sell them. But the rhinoceros and Cody, I think we're gonna recycle them for food. Just because Ron is not there, and because Ron is not there, Rick is kind of it's kind of decent with animals, but it's gonna take him more time to train them than Ron. And honestly, I cannot afford to have Rick spending ages and ages with animals. So we're gonna keep the huskies, but we're gonna recycle the creatures. So that's gonna be our first move, because unfortunately it sucks, but we can continue to have them around. They're not gonna bring anything useful. They're just gonna be consuming resources in the base. Especially if we're not going out of the base, there's no point. And honestly, the huskies are going to be more valuable for us, because we don't necessarily want to use those animals to face the zombies, right? Like especially the rhinoceros and Cody, they're going to bring a fair amount of food, fair amount of meat, and leather. 180 meat, 180 leather. So of course, it's a little bit sad that we have to do that, but without Ron, I don't see any other options. There is no point keeping those animals to stay close in the base. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Also, I hope that the recent mods are gonna allow, for the recent updates will help the game run a little bit smoother. So Rick is gonna be drinking ice or water. Okay, well, we need to be careful about that. Okay, it's gonna bring that. Friends also is a little bit wounded. Food poisoning. Mana regeneration. Yeah. They're drinking. Why are they drinking from raw water? There is clean water there where they can drink from. Anyway. Okay, so it is okay. So we have Max that is in need of recreation. Fair enough. There's a lot of steel here. There's a lot of steel and a lot of components. So let's grab Rick. I'm gonna draft Rick and I'm gonna bring him here because I would like actually to see if we can see how many zombies are there. See if we can go outside, clean up the zombies. Okay, so we're gonna speed up a little bit the things. Okay, so we have a lot of food. We can do some chem fuel. Okay, well, we're gonna switch this down. Yeah, that's fine. What are you doing? Okay, so there's a bunch of animals. I don't see any zombies. Why are you attacking the elephant? Are they in a manhunt or something? Why are you attacking the elephant? Okay, let's see. Want to see if there is a manhunt or... Oh yeah, okay, he's on a manhunt. That's the reason. This is wasting our time. I don't want to be shooting this zombie, this elephant. Like it's okay. So we're gonna be constructing this, but I would like Max to be able to focus a little bit the resources that are there. So we're gonna request in ordering that we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this tritanium. We're gonna prioritize this. Okay. What's going on? The game is slowing down. Intercept message. Your comm unit intercepted an encrypted message. It indicates a nearby location where some loot is stored. The message was unspecific about the exact item stored. You suspect it could also be a trap to lure your caravan into an ambush. Okay, where is it? Let's have a look. I don't think that we're gonna be doing this this right now, just because where is it? Just because we can't go out and we have other problems to deal with. Okay, so where is it? Wait. Oh. Okay. I mean, I guess it's here. Don't know, the game seems to have to be bugging. Okay, just bear with me, guys. All right, guys. So I don't have a lot of good news, unfortunately. So I tried to reload the save. Try to see if the problem with the map generation was going to be fixed, and it doesn't. So every time that I'm trying to load the map now, it just crashes. Every time it crashes the game. I tried to take off some mods, put it back on, etc. Trying to see if I could fix it, but unfortunately no. It's the game crashes every time that I try to open the world map. And if I can't open the world map, then we cannot play the series, because a big part of the challenge is to send serums to the other towns. etc. And at one point anyway, we're gonna need to open the world map. So if the save crashes every time that we want to open the world map, then we cannot play the playthrough anymore. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but the playthrough is not going to be able to continue, at least not this one, not with this mod pack. It's broken because of bugs or updates or things like that. And I think it's also a big part of trying to do heavily modded playthroughs with Rimworld, especially at the moment after 1.1. There's a lot of mods that are being adjusted, plus there's also updates from the core game that also have repercussions on the mods. So it's way more unstable, right? I feel that Rimworld is way more unstable at the moment than it was in 1.0, obviously, because 1.0 was out there for years. So yeah, I'm gonna need some time. I definitely would like to give another try. I really love this series. I really love the idea, but I think what we're gonna have to do for the next playthrough is to have it less modded. And there are some awesome mods, guys. Like there is, for example, Save Our Ship 2.3 with ship combat, etc. that I want to explore, which looks fantastic. I really shout out and kudos to the modder that is working on Save Our Ship 2.3. It's like awesome. I want to see more of that. But yeah, we're gonna need to redo the playthrough with less mods, I think, because the more mods there are, the more conflicts there can be between the mods, and the more unstable the playthrough will be. And I don't want to be I would like to avoid situation like that where, you know, we're investing time in doing a playthrough and then we cannot play it anymore because the game is broken because of an update or because of incompatibility mods or things like that. So the next playthrough that I would do, I would definitely do it with less mods, maybe, you know, good mods, core mods, right? I really love Save Our Ships Save Our Ship 2.3. I really love the Android mods as well, pretty cool. I love Zombieland, but you know, I may also tone down on the other unnecessary mods, maybe get rid of World of Magic or Rimworld of Magic and some of unnecessary mods, just to try to keep a core mod pack that is stable, that can sustain you know, updates from Rimworld and from the other mods. So yeah, it's unfortunate, guys, but as I say, I am not finished with this series. We will make it work. Right, and I love Rimworld. It's such an amazing game. I have a lot of fun playing it. It's very challenging. It's the kind of game that I really love doing. So stay tuned, right? I may need a week or two to turn this thing around. You know, finding a new mod pack that is actually stable to redo the playthrough. So stay tuned. I will put another Rimworld playthrough and content very shortly. And thank you very much for watching this playthrough. If you have any comments or sections or feedback, put it in the comment section below. I always love reading your comments. If you have constructive feedback, if you have any mods to suggest or any mod pack that you know that mods are not having conflicts, I'm always interested to know, and I will catch you on the next video. Thank you, guys. Bye.